Oh, you're going live.
We're going live. Okay. So, we're probably live. Anyways, uh, welcome to this live stream. We are here to talk about how to build some business workspaces. This is something that we've been working toward for a while, is creating fast, convenient ways to build your business, or at least your business technology, because your business is probably bigger than just the tech that you run.
That's right.
So one thing that we are doing coming up here this weekend actually is running a hackathon as well. So what we're showing is also the sort of thing that you need to prepare for this hackathon coming up. So what that means is if you're trying to prepare for the hackathon, then you're going to learn how to build a business workspace, because the hackathon is all about building business workspaces and then learning how to hack it into something that is going to be extra fancy than what we're teaching you right now. We're just teaching you how to make something exist. So at a high level, let's go ahead and open a new, we're going to do a little whiteboard here.
Yeah, so I'm going to be driving the whiteboarding today, which is going to be a new experience for all of us. Very exciting.
Whiteboard life.
Whiteboard life.
So first, we actually have an entire playlist, like a quick start playlist now for the Underground Nexus, and we will continue to make more content, because I get questions all the time. Do you have content on this yet? Do you have content on that yet? So we are continuing to have release schedules that we're working on to keep getting more how to use this thing content out. So start with our official amazing playlist to really learn what the Underground Nexus is, what you can do with it. It's all about platform engineering, all that good stuff. DevSecOps, learn more about what that is. So, in terms of getting started, I'm going to recommend launching the Underground Nexus, because the Underground Nexus is a resource that we created that has basically data center tools. I'll wait till we have the visuals good to go. But yeah, so begin with the Underground Nexus. That's the first one. It's basically a copy-paste data center, and in that playlist you'll learn more about that. So then in terms of how to start working with the Underground Nexus and something like it in general, we have something else called the Zero Trust Cockpit. And what that is it's just a little tiny workspace that we've made for you, but you can create your own custom workspaces in which the Zero Trust Cockpit is an entire little tiny studio that lives inside of basically your browser, so that you can have sort of like a computer inside your browser that can do different things. So let's say that you have a stream that you're running, or you're building an application demo, and you have all these other things going on in other tabs and things like that. The chaos on your desk doesn't have to be the chaos in your little studio recording application, which is what the Zero Trust Cockpit is, so that you have a clean, uncluttered way to present your beautiful software demos, that sort of thing. So that's something that you can check out in the some of our training. We show what is the Zero Trust Cockpit, how do you launch it if you watch that quick start series. So you can learn all about those different types of things. And by doing this, you end up...
Whoops. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I'm using my ergonomic keyboard.
Yeah, it's looking great.
Okay.
There we go.
Next. What's next? What do we end up with?
Give them time to look at it.
Okay,
yeah, they
all
have
right.
to view it.
Whiteboarding, it's intense, guys. You do this all the time. It's very
Laura's
impressive. I usually just sit and talk, because it's like, even that's enough for me.
It is kind of like rubbing your tummy and patting your head when you're like trying to talk and do it.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I'm impressed that you do this and talk at the same time. Anyway, sidebar.
You get used to it after a while, but it's hard. So yeah, so like these are the main things that you want to do when you build like an Underground Nexus. Or not just an Underground Nexus, but basically like an easy way to get a workspace up and running and off the ground. One convenient thing about how we've built our tools is you can actually access them from like wherever. So the Zero Trust Cockpit is compatible with Chrome RDP, and it's also compatible with Zero Trust resources like Chasm. So you can configure Chasm with the Zero Trust Cockpit, and then that's going to give you a way to access your little tiny workspace, even if it's running on your desk, wherever you go. You might want to access it from your phone, and while you're checking some groceries to see what's going on with some CI/CD. You're like, what's going on with that pipeline test? Did it fail? It looked like it failed.
That's right. We have a lot of members who have their Nexus on their phone that they can always look their cockpit. It's always there.
That's a popular one. Well, because yeah, you run these little like tests, and so you like instead of being tied at your desk, sometimes you're just like waiting for something, and it's like, well, I don't know, I'll just look at the app, and I don't really need to sit here and like waste my time.
That's right. This. Yeah.
But you can learn how these things work. You can decide how you want to be able to access your little workspace. If you
full
configure
control.
It. Yeah, and so I'll say that Chrome RDP isn't necessarily Zero Trust. So if you want Zero Trust, use Chasm, and then there's another tool. There's things like TwinGate. In the Cloud Jutsu course, I guess you can write down the Cloud Jutsu course will give you a few options that you might use. So we'll give Laura some time to... It is confusing to whiteboard and talk. It's kind of normally I'm like thinking and typing at the same time. So
yeah, and then you have to like think about the caption that you're gonna put.
Yeah, and then you're like sitting and you're like, what am I gonna type next? And then everyone else is wondering what you're gonna type next, and then you're like, oh, everyone's wondering what I'm gonna type next. I better start typing. Anyways, yes, Cloud Jutsu.
Should we show Cloud Jutsu really fast?
Yeah,
we can hop over to our website. If you just go, it's this very first button is build your Zero Trust Cockpit, and it takes you to Cloud Jutsu. So there you go, Cloud Jutsu.
It's amazing.
Yes. So that's how you access that.
And so that's something that you want to get ready for. I guess show them the Hack-a-Thon too. So if you're trying to prepare for the Hack-a-Thon, we'll give you a coupon for this already. If you're a participant in the Hack-a-Thon, you don't need to go and pay for Cloud Jutsu too, just so that you're aware of that. That's something that's included in the package. You also get our DevSecOps 101 workshop course that teaches you how to build a little CI/CD pipeline, which is what we're going to end up showing you in the program itself. So,
and then the recording for the Hack-a-Thon is going to live in the DevSecOps 101 GitLab DevSecOps build a Git cloud in a day program forevermore after this as well.
That's right, and I'll see if there's any questions. I have no idea if there's any questions.
Right now. I guess we can hop on over here too.
Yeah, just if anyone has any questions. So, just in general, you can use these resources to build whatever you're trying to build. Really, you'll see that the Zero Trust Cockpit is basically just like Ubuntu. Actually, you want to switch over to the Underground Nexus tab?
Sure, yeah.
I guess if we go down, just go way down to the pictures of the desktop. Just keep going, pictures of desktop. So here you can see that this is, it's basically a little virtual desktop that's in a browser. That's what it looks like. Keep going. And so the Zero Trust Cockpit actually has like different backgrounds based on what it looks like. Go back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so the one on the left is the Zero Trust Cockpit. You'll notice that it has a different desktop depending on the aspect ratio of your Zero Trust Cockpit, but that's pretty much what it'll look like in mobile mode, or if you are using it as like put it to the side or whatever. Anyways, not that that matters so much, but you can build multiple workspaces is the point here, and you can run them side by side as seen in the little images here. Is basically what you can build, where you have separate things going on. Now, you can have, say, a recording of something or a software demo running or something that you're running a recording on, and that's going to be completely unbothered, because one thing that the Zero Trust Cockpit runs is it has studio software, like applications. So if you had like a 24/7 stream to YouTube, for example, we'll show you an example of our radio station, I guess.
Oh yeah, I can pull that up as well. I was just thinking, I think this is a screenshot of the Zero Trust Cockpit.
Yeah,
so you can see that it's got
these, like when you have it.
These open source tools built in, and you can see what it looks like full screen. So it's got OBS and Kden Live built right into it.
Built right into it. That's right.
And then, yeah, we can also show, let's see, if we go to here's our radio live stream, which we're not playing right now in the background just to keep the audio clean. But all of the music featured on the station is all
Curated by us.
curated by us, and it's like open licenses essentially. So anyone essentially you can play this in the background of your own live stream, and all of the music is open copyright. So super cool stuff there.
Yeah, so for example, this is the kind of thing that you'd want to have like a dedicated little space for, and then you can just it's a nice little way to learn how to host something like a little continuous app. Like a continuous stream is an example of a really fun one that can be a little more challenging than you might think until you're like, okay, now I've got the skill. I've hosted something that people can view and use. So we have members who also run, if you've heard of the hip hop sock, you can see that we've got other members who run their own sock and things like that.
Shout out to Chris and the hip hop.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. So you can learn how to master these complex skills for yourself right on your desk.
That's what we do. We
Yeah.
help people master the cloud.
So I guess those are the main things, because I'm trying to like give like a visual way here. We've got it kind of like written out. You can see that step one, really begin with just go and check out the Underground Nexus and see what you can do with it. If you have your own little workspaces or like your own little data center, you don't necessarily need the Underground Nexus, but it is a little template. But it's just a convenient way to start building data center technologies.
Yeah, and then of course you can do Cloud Jitsu, and you can within that program we show how to build an Underground Nexus and how to deploy your Zero Trust Cockpit. So
Yeah, exactly. So this is a great way to build, and it's all open source. Well, this stuff is open source. Cloud Jutsu, if you come to the DevSecOps Dojo, it's free for members, but if you want to support our business, then go ahead and pay the $24. It's only $24 if you want. But you can always ask for a code in the DevSecOps Dojo, and we'll hook you up with the Cloud Jutsu Zero Trust Cockpit app. So it is free for Dojo members. So really, if you're just like, I don't know, in high school or something, and you're just trying to learn this stuff, or you're in college, just come to the dojo and hang out with us. We'll give you a code. You know, sometimes life is complicated and you don't need to be paying for everything anyways.
that's right, and you can find the dojo right on our website as well. How to sign up here. So.
Yes, and so then we're always there, so you can actually come, and that's free too. So it's also free to come and learn from members how to build these things, how to set these things up, how to configure them. And you know, open source is conveniently open source. So
that's right.
You can learn on as much of it as you want. So anyways, we hope that you enjoy trying to build.
Yes, we do.
Workspace.
And thank you for joining us today. If this sounds interesting to you all, you should definitely join us for our DevSecOps 101 Hack-a-Thon. It's coming up this Saturday at noon Mountain Daylight Time. We've got full details on our website. You can click this link at the top. It's also, I think, the first link from here, the live Hack-a-Thon workshop. So here it is. You can sign up today, and we've got a full FAQ down here if you need the full details of what to expect from that event. You can also check out the video and live stream we did yesterday, where we answered all of your questions.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks everyone for joining us.